Hello, my cutiests of all cutienesses. This is my look as Whitney Houston. I don't look like Whitney Houston, I don't sound like Whitney Houston, but this is the makeup of Whitney Houston. And if you want to see how I did this and achieved this beautiful look, because I love it so much, you better keep on watching as it's getting started right now. Hello my cuties of all cutienesses, I'm back from my holiday and it was fun. And Olivia is also here, as you can hear. I think he's gonna blab, just like I am, the whole video. It's gonna be so fun. Probably not, but okay. I'm going to try to honor the late Whitney Houston. I am gonna give it a try, and even if I don't really look like her, it is the only way I can honor someone. It's by using makeup. I will have to mix a darker foundation with a lighter. Now I must say I am darker than I normally am because I have a little bit of a tan from the sun, yay, but not much. I don't tan easily, so I'm now gonna take just a lid of something and I am going to put in my MAC foundation. And I am going to add this dark Maybelline foundation, but I still don't think that is going to be a color that comes close. She looks as if her skin is gold. So I do have a foundation that has golden light in it, and it is pretty dark. That might just give that golden glow and that little bit of extra darkness that I'm gonna need if it wants to come out of the tube, and it doesn't. So I'm gonna open this thing and take it out just like that, and I'm gonna try my spatula. I do have a spatula, which I've never used. So I'm now gonna try to mix these colors together to see if I can get that golden glowish, beautiful, beautiful skin tone. So as you see, I am mixing these three products together. Gonna test this out on the face, because testing on the skin on the hand is not good. It's my not my new dress, please. I think that color is going to be perfect with the wig that I'm gonna wear. I had primed my face beforehand. This is even a very beautiful summer color. If I would get darker by the sun too, I could use this as a normal foundation too. I'm not gonna bring it too low down the neck because my as I just said, my dress is new and I love it so much. It's so pretty. It's like a scarf, but it is a dress. And I have bought a lot of goodies on my holiday, so I think I'm gonna do a video on what I bought and how you can combine it, wear it, whatever you like it. Now, buffity buff. But this is not wet enough, so let's make it a little bit more wet. There's webcam playing in history. Now, for this look, of course, I will have to use brown contact lenses. Now I am already wearing my, and I am missing, I just got this teeth fixed 2 days before we left on our holiday. And I was there for 1 day and the filling came off. So newly filled tooth. It's sharp and it scratches against my lip on the inside. And as you might see, I have promised my hubby that I am going to let go of lots of my piercings. I promised him, and I am doing it with very much pain in my heart, but I'm doing it. I promised him and I'm keeping my word. She has got very light brows, I see, but before I'm gonna start doing anything like that, I'm gonna apply powder. Now, normally if I use any powder, I am screwed. I am completely screwed. Not screwed, but wrinkled. Everything together like it's getting sucked towards each other, which is absolutely the opposite. That should happen when you try to bake or anything like that. But first, I'm gonna use a little bit of this Lumessy BB Blush Balm Cover Flaw Paste. And instead of concealing with a very light color, I am gonna use this. Now it also looks very light, and she does have those beautiful apple cheeks. She is very, very highlighted, what you wouldn't expect. I'm just trying to follow a reference picture of her, not her youngest pictures, but not the latest either. It's just somewhere in between. There. Very light forehead. That's that. So this looks very light, but it isn't. It really isn't. Looking for my beauty blender. The most difficult part of this look is gonna be her eye shape, because she has got the most special eyes. This line is not round, but it's straight and then curves up, and her eyeliner goes a little bit straighter, and the top is only a nice round line, and that's it. The rest is just slightly some golden colors, bronze and gold colors. Actually, what is very in right now too. And I really do not see my Nanda powder, which is so good for me. And what I have experienced lately is that when I put this on, instead of making myself wrinkle, I first use face setting spray and then powder. So in the time that this is drying, I can search for my Nanda powder. Silly me. She has a light glow that really comes down to there. And that doesn't go out as much as we're used to do. So it's more an accent to the cheeks. And she does have those beautiful apple cheeks. She is very, very highlighted, what you wouldn't expect actually in those days. I'm just trying to follow a reference picture of her, not her youngest pictures, but not the latest either. It's just somewhere in between. There. A very light forehead. That's that. So this looks very light, but it isn't. It really isn't. Looking for my beauty blender. And what I have experienced lately is that when I put this on, instead of making myself wrinkle, I first use face setting spray and then powder. So in the time that this is drying, I can search for my Nanda powder. Silly me. Like I said, I have applied setting spray, and I am going to have to open my new jar of Nanda powder because my other one doesn't want to be found. So I will open a new one. I don't know if you're familiar with this brand. It is very cheap when you buy it by Wish, where I buy everything lately. It comes with a very, very cute little sponge. There's 3 colors in it, but I only take the translucent because this is the only powder in the world where I'm normally there, completely creased. Especially on this side. And I also normally do not use a sponge or a fluffy puff. But with only this product I can use it. My other one, I took out the sponge and the plastic thing with the little holes in it, and I just apply it with a brush. With one like these, because they're so soft and gentle. So for that I put powder in the lid. I use this one often for it too, because it's such a nice fluffy big brush. And I powder off my whole face with that. I normally would take my BB powder, which is with a little bit of a color in it, but with this look I am keeping it matte in the beginning, as I am going to contour and highlight with shimmery products. What I want to do first are my brows. And with this brow kit I'm gonna start with this lightest color and with my spot liner from Zoeva. I am going to do her brows, which are in this picture the same as mine. Just a little bit closer together. And she really has very light-handed. Sorry, my teeth are whistling. The tail comes down very hard, very low actually. And then it's just a round curve. And the brow just has the shape of mine, like that. And it's very, very obvious that they didn't clean it up with concealer or anything. It's just like this, just like so. And now what I find so perfect about Whitney Houston is that she is not symmetrical. Her makeup is not made to look perfectly the same on both sides. Her left brow is higher than her right, so I can keep this one really like mine. It's like a veil in your symmetry, but it's so great that she doesn't let that be covered with makeup and be changed completely. Now, since I've stopped wearing that piercing, I do have a bump here and the holes. Which will be visible quite some time. She did not have more than that. and not perfectly divided or anything. Now with what is left on this brush, I am going to draw the line where her contour is, because she has a wide nose bridge and she doesn't hide it, and that is so beautiful and unique. And this brow color is just perfect to place those lines. Good. It's good. She has a tiny little shadow here. Now, her eyes. I'm going to start with my very thin liner. And I know she has the slightest corner, which starts very straight on the bottom. Then it goes a bit up into the waterline, only straight in the waterline. Am I in view when I'm doing this? And then it goes a little bit out from the waterline to the outer corner. And forms that shape. Yes, indeed. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to stay as close to my lashes as I can. And only on the inner corner it is going up and then down to the outer corner. And then immediately down to the corner. nothing very fancy. And she does have a tiny bit of a tip shape here. But it's not a wing. It's just her eyes are so, they always look very relaxed, her eyes. Then she has got a goldish, like, and I have taken all my glittery and shimmery colors with me so that I can try to mimic her glow. I'm taking actually it's a Luxe Soft Definer, and with this Luxe Soft Definer I'm going to start with my new Hema palette. I'm gonna start with this lightest color. I'm filling the inner corner and then go straight to the highlight. Because there is nothing from that light color in between. The color next to it, which is a little bit darker, I'm going to use that as my transition color. And I know normally you do your eyeshadow first and then your eyeliner, but I will go back over it. But it is a real guideline to make that beautiful Whitney eye, which is so hard to shape, as my eyes are totally different. I'm gonna take that on the inner corner to where the nose contour will start too. As you see, that second color is a lot less shimmery. So it's perfect for that transition. And I'm gonna take my two-colored palette. It's almost completely worn out. I'm gonna take that darkest color and with a very light hand I'm gonna make that same shade from the brow like a little triangle connecting to the highlight on the brow bone, on the brow, beneath the brow. And I also like that same color for little shades like this, and to make the lower lip much bigger. And I'm gonna blend all this together. And the only thing extra that she has is a little bit more brown, and I'm taking my Naked palette number 2 from Urban Decay for that. And I am going to take the color YDK with my blending brush, and I'm going to use that just to darken beneath my crease, not higher than my crease. her crease really falls over that, like so. I'm liking this look a lot. But there is not very much more to do about this look. I am now going to curl my lashes. Gonna put on some mascara. I'm taking this elongating one. Number 1 is white and gives your lashes an extra boost. And as she doesn't have huge falsies or enormously long lashes, she does have a little bit of a flare out on the outer corner of her lashes, so I am going to cut very natural looking lashes to use on the outer edge. The top ones are extremely curled up. And to make that flare, I'm only going to apply lashes falsies on the outer corner. So I really want to get the most out of my own. And this mascara is really, really great for that. And when this picture of her was taken, the lashes were pulled up straight up, not flared from the inner corner, but straight up, nicely curled up, and only flaring at the outer corner alone. Ooh. As you know, I'm wearing double lenses, so my lenses on strength plus the brown ones to get this Whitney look. Now I am going to curl them while they're drying. Now, for the outer corners, I'm going to take one beautifully flaring falsie. I am cutting them in half, and I'm gonna cut off those tips, and I'm only gonna use the side with the longest ones on the outside so that they really blend into my own. So I'm applying that really to the outer corner, because that is where she has that little bit of lash that flares out so beautifully, which I don't have. I should be taking a mirror like one I have right with me, to put this in the perfect position. Goes so much better if you see it. Okay, from now on the image is gonna be a bit different because I had to do my video again. So I am now repeating what I did yesterday or day before yesterday, and I have to bring my camera back to the store because the problems kept on building, and now I am filming with a webcam, what I have never done before. So the colors and everything might be a little bit different, and I am talking into an image where I cannot see myself. So if you see me look there, I am watching myself on the computer. Excuse me for this technical problems. Now, I was as far as I had these beautiful half-cut lashes on, and I had put on mascara. So now it is about time to start to do my contouring. And I had started contouring a little bit on the sides of my nose. And for that, to really make my nose look a bit like Whitney's, I am taking my Hoola bronzer, and with an angled brush from Zoeva, it's actually the brow liner, but because it's so flat and easy to use, I am going to make a line from the corner of my brow almost straight towards the outer wing of my own nose. I know I have these bumps, but that's from wearing glasses and from medical surgery that I had years ago. I did not have a beauty nose job or anything, but there was a bump in my nose bone that they had to correct. So I am making a shadow that is much wider than my own nose and side of nose is, and around the wings of my nose, much wider than my own nose is. So now I am taking my Urban Decay palette number 2 again, and I am taking the color Booty Call, which is a beige tone, and with that I am going to put some accents and make the tip of my nose appear much rounder and wider than it is. Because I have a very pointy and very slender nose, it does give the illusion that it's wider. I'm also gonna do that where I will be highlighting later on. So a little touch between the brows, coming down against the contour that I did. So I'm actually painting on a wider nose bridge. And the rest I will have to do with highlights. Now, for the normal contouring, I'm also using my Hoola bronzer. And I am taking this very flat brush from NARS. She did not contour as much as the rules are now. She did have a very round cheek. Contour and bring it down. Well, with her it was going up to have that beautiful round cheek. Now, the temples do not have to be very much contoured. but my forehead is a lot wider than hers, so I am gonna make that a little bit smaller. And above my temples, I am going to make it a bit darker. And I do have a much stronger square chin than she did, so I'm gonna try to slender this down a little bit. Beneath the chin, beneath my lip, and the rest I'm gonna have to do with highlight. I'm gonna take a little bit of my, and this is not really a highlight, it's actually more an eyeshadow, but it's so pinky and soft. I hope you can see it has a pink undertone, a bit salmon-like color, and I'm gonna take that and instead of using a very bright blush, I am gonna apply this and just the tiniest Miva Girl blush. As you can see, that's the color. And I'm gonna put that on the apples of the cheeks, but more just the back side of the apple. Not really too close to the face. And then I am taking my fan brush, and now we're gonna do the heavy work. Taking my real highlighter, and I'm gonna start on my forehead, and she glows. Oh, she glows so beautiful in that picture that I have. I'm gonna take my finger to make this wider nose tip. I know it's very, very shiny, but in pictures and on the image, on the video, it is going to be much less visible than in real life. So I'll have to exaggerate a lot. And I don't know where these things keep coming from, but I am getting things all over my face, which I don't know what to do, you know. Now, her lips are not very, very big, but they also have a very special shape. And when I was doing my first recording of this, I experienced I had to use 3 different colors to get that beautiful, gorgeous result of lip that she has, because I do not know which lipsticks or products she had or used. So I was choosing my NYX Lingerie, a nude lipstick, and a very, very shimmery, colorless lip gloss. And over that, I went with some powder to really get that look. And I have to outline Wet n Wild lip liner in number 3. And I'm gonna try to outline my lower lip only in the middle, and on the corners she's got that tiny little extra line to make the smile a bit bigger. She had that from nature. And she did not have much of a cupid's bow. It was very straight, her upper lip. So I'm also gonna try to mimic that. That should be the shape. And Whitney also had a smaller upper lip on her left side, and I have that too, so yay! I have two resemblances with Whitney Houston, and that are the shape of my brows and my wrong thickness of my lip. So, first layer is gonna be this NYX lingerie one. I'm gonna try to apply it without going out of the lines, as it is a lip stain, and there I go. First thing I do is color out of the lines. I do like the consistency of this product. It's a very nice consistency, but I hate putting on lip stains. And I know, people, I do not look like Whitney Houston. I'm not trying to be exactly the same as Whitney Houston. I'm just showing you her makeup. So I know that people are very, very fast to comment, and if they do, it's always negative. So people, please think I am totally not trying to be Whitney Houston. I am just trying to teach you or show you how her makeup was in that particular picture. Once this is dry a little bit, and I think it is dried very well, in the NYX lingerie there is so much purple color, and she has got much more brown and nude. Like that. So that is much better. Now I am taking this colorless, and it always pops out. Look at that. Look. Yeah, now he doesn't. Okay, he normally pops out himself. So I'm gonna tab on Extra Glow. So that my lips will be super duper shiny. and I normally am afraid that there's lipstick coming onto my applicator, so I'm dabbing carefully. And now to make it shine, this, which I used at the beginning on my eyes, so it does have that nude, and I am mixing the two together. And I am going to dab that gently over the gloss. That extra touch of color that she had, and then cleaning my brush, I am going to take my highlighter again. Taking some onto that brush, and I am going to do the upper edge of my lip with this highlighter. And only in the middle, not the entire lip. To get that shine on the upper lip. And then I clean out this brush again. And I'm going to my very old duo palette, which is really wearing out now. Taking the dark brown and making a thin line in the middle of my lower lip. And I must say, I am staying much better. This camera has a bigger angle than my real camera did. So I'm not out of the image when I move around. Oh, this really does the trick. And this, ladies and gents, is my look of Whitney Houston. Now I'm gonna put on my wig and I will be back to show you the final result. I want to thank you all for watching my video, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Leave me some nice comments down below. Give me some thumbs up. For me, there's only one thing left to say, and that is my love for makeup is spread all over for you, and I will always love you. I will always love you. You, my darling viewers, you. Sorry, I couldn't help myself again, and I'm always watching my laptop now because I had to buy a webcam, which is there on my mirror, and I'm checking out what I'm doing on my computer, so this is so weird. I'm seeing myself 4 times. Ah, that's so scary. But okay. For me, there's only one thing left to say, and that is my love for makeup is spread all over to you, and I hope to see you in one of my next coming videos. So bye bye for now. Bittersweet memories. That is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Please don't cry. We both know I'm not that what you need, and I will always